Nowadays, unfortunately, it's very common to see concerts prepared with one straight rehearsal. I consider this really a bad habit because making music is actually not that easy, and especially when you have a group, an orchestra, and you have to work out a lot of things, a lot of problems. So just doing one rehearsal, we read the notes, everything is in the right order, we put everything together, and then it's okay, then we can go for the concert. It's really discouraging, I would say, because in this case, the aim is not making music, but it's really only just, make the right sounds, the right notes one after the other, and then it's okay, and then we are musicians. Actually, no. So the one thing that I would like to say is that it's very important to try at least to work 2-3 times to get a concert done and well prepared in order to find that unity that I speak upon in the first video, and to unify the intentions and the consciences. It takes a little time. You cannot do it just snapping your fingers. But another very important thing that is related to this one is if the conductor during the rehearsal should talk or shouldn't. So what is right and what is wrong? Well, conducting schools these days always say the conductor should be silent. He should tell everything by means of his gesture, his arm, his hand, the baton, the eyes or whatever, and that's it. No talking, no explanations of whatever kind and so on. I personally disagree with this, but I don't mean by that the conductor should come in front of an orchestra and just start talking about different subjects and the composer and the history and how would you play that and how would you play that, and you are doing maybe right or wrong and why, and if you study that book or that author. I'm not talking about an actual conference, but I'm saying only this, and I'll tell you with an example. If I say to a person, now do that, okay? I was very clear. He could not misunderstand my indication, and probably he will do what I asked. But now, another way to do that. Now, do that because this and this. It's almost the same thing, you could say, but there's a huge difference between the two. Because in the second case, I was not only asking something, I am the conductor, so I ask, and you play in the orchestra, you do what I ask, because I am the conductor. But it's not simply a mechanical reaction. Do that, okay. It's a human reaction that I obtain with the second version, because I'm telling you briefly, of course, why I want you to do that. So I give you the chance to get into my mind and know why I'm asking you that. So, as I said in the first video, maybe you could disagree. You could say, if I were the conductor, I would do this passage differently. Okay? It's possible, but it doesn't matter, because you know why I told you that. And this is the very important thing. And when you come to that very passage during the concert and so on, you are not only trying to remember an indication that I gave, and so I have to do that because he told me to do that. I don't know why, but I have to do that. So you are struggling in a way because you don't know why, but you have to do that, but you don't understand, but you don't agree, and so on. In the second version, you know why. So when it comes to that passage, you play it, you are conscious of what is going on and why that thing is going that way. And so you can play it 100% of quality. Otherwise, you are always in between, torn between what you think and what he asks. So the main thing is, to me, is talking, not much, but that very basic explanation to let the orchestra know why you are asking that, why you are conducting this way. This is the best way, again, to get a united group and to break through with a clear message, with a clear phrasing, with a clear idea. Otherwise, it's always mixed up. I think this way, but he thinks another way. And we are not one thing. We are two separated things. One thing that happened to me, and I just want to tell you to close this chapter and this video. I was attending a competition, and then I went to talk to the president of the jury, and he wanted to give me an advice. And so he said to me, the great conductor Herbert von Karajan, okay, you know him? Yes, I said, of course, he's a great conductor. Okay, he said, well, he used to say one thing. When you rehearse with the orchestra, you need 4 words and nothing more. And these 4 words are faster, slower, forte, and piano. Nothing else. Any other word is too much. I consider this, I don't know how to call it, this advice maybe, or story, or whatever, the silliest thing that that I was ever told. It's completely foolish. And first of all, if you go to see on YouTube a rehearsal video of Herbert von Karajan, you will just check it out by yourself. He's not using 4 words, he's using 400 words. He's interrupting, he's telling people what to do and how to do it, and because of that, and no, and please remain, no, you have to stand still, nobody has to move, once again, because you were moving, and so on and on and on. Of course, I'm not saying that you have to become a Herbert von Karajan or a Arturo Toscanini screaming and yelling at the orchestra. Absolutely not. Times are different, people are different, so not at all. But when someone says you have to use 4 words, and if you use the 5th you are going too far, that's too much, this is completely foolish, because the orchestra doesn't want you to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, but the orchestra wants to feel that you are considering them musicians and not do that. And he goes, why? Do that! Because you have to do that. I'm the conductor. I lead. This is crazy. And they feel frustrated after, a few moments like these. So just explaining with short, simple sentences, very briefly, what you want and why you want that. That's my personal idea.